G'day, it's Ivor from Ivor Thomas Property and welcome to my video series on either purchasing or renovating a property for maximum value. One of the most common questions I get asked either when someone's looking at doing a renovation on their current property or looking to purchase a property to do some renovations to is, how do I avoid overcapitalising? Over the years, I've come up with a bit of a formula that works really well for determining whether that money that you're going to spend on a renovation is going to add value or whether it is you're spending money that you may not even get back. Firstly, what we need to do is establish a base level for your existing property, or if it's a property on the market, the price at which you'd be happy to purchase the property at. We're then going to look in the sold sections of realestate.com.au or Domain or the agent's pages and see what properties are actually selling for. Now, what we're trying to establish here is the MPV. The MPV stands for maximum potential value. And what that is the maximum potential value for a property in that particular category. So think of it, if you've got a 3-bedroom home with 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage in a nice area of town, you're looking for properties that are very, very similar to that same kind of category. And let's say yours is needing a new kitchen or a new bathroom, and that's the renovation you're thinking of. You're looking for a property that's maybe already had those things done, or even a new property that we can then work from. And what we're trying to establish with that MPV is, what would a property that had absolutely everything be likely worth within the marketplace? We're now looking at what the likely benchmark is for your property. So let's say you've had an appraisal done by an agent or done some of your own research, and you're saying that the likely property price range for your property is around the $350,000. Now what we need to do is establish what would the cost be to do the renovations that you're looking at doing. So you get some quotes from builders, from tradespeople, and get an idea of what those improvement costs are going to be. Let's say, for instance, that to get the kitchen and the bathroom done, we're looking at a combined total of $30,000, and the base value for your property was $350,000, and the maximum potential value was $400,000. We can very easily see that for that $30,000 investment in your property, that you're going to elevate your property up to the $400,000 mark, and you actually created an additional $20,000 worth of equity. But let's say the renovations you're looking at doing were actually going to cost you $60,000. We can see there that for the $350,000 being your base level, for the $60,000 added on top, $410,000 is above what any other property has sold for in your same category. It's higher than the MPV. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit different if you're looking to purchase a property for an investment or if it's something to live in for yourself. And I often get asked the second question of, if I overcapitalise, then what? Well, it really comes down to one big question is, how long do you see your current property suiting your future needs? Now, if you're not intending on moving them for another 5 or 10 years, and you might be going over, in that example, by $10,000, then if you divide the 10 years by the $10,000 above the MPV, it's $1,000 a year. And the likelihood is, in that period of time, property values will have gone up and you'll get your money back anyway. But it's really important to be aware of that. If it is that you're going to spend a lot of money early on and circumstances change and you've put more money into the property than where that MPV might sit, you're going to be sitting in a situation where you may not be able to recover everything that you've put in. This is where having a relationship with an agent can be really, really valuable, well before you're even considering selling. They can give you some really good advice around current trends, maybe some renovation ideas, and more importantly, make sure that you're actually building wealth and equity into your property rather than getting in too deep. I really hope this has been helpful for you, and if it has, make sure you subscribe to get notifications about future videos. I'm Ivor Thomas, loving the Manning Valley, loving real estate, and remember, if you're thinking about selling, always get 3 appraisals and make sure one of them's from me.